Hey guys, welcome back to the JathalTea Podcast.
We are back with another podcast, guys. Today is Friday, June 7th at 12:47 for us, aka 11:47 for you guys back in Cali because we have a time change.
So if you don't recognize the background, it's different than every podcast, and that's how all of our podcasts are. We never have the same background, but we are actually in Salt Lake City, Utah right now. That is where we're staying and where we're going to be for a while.
A little bit. Yeah, I think there's for sure so many questions going on right now, which I totally get. And honestly, I think this podcast will be up before the moving video. The moving video, I'm getting it back today, but we'll probably post that tomorrow.
But that's what we love about the podcast, because the podcast gets like the inside scoop of our vlogs. Yeah. And if you like just watch our podcast, then you don't know anything what we're talking about. But if you just watch our vlogs and it's your first podcast, then welcome. Yeah, we give you guys the inside scoop all the time.
Yeah, so we're basically going to be updating you guys on our entire life because so many people are just so confused as to why we're literally in Utah right now. So let's first, before we get into the whole move situation, let's get into last podcast, last weekend before the move, all of that kind of stuff.
If you have not watched the last podcast, I really recommend you guys watch it, because that's a podcast that's full of a lot of information and a character.
Very much tea. The last podcast, honestly, it's like one of my favorite podcasts in a while. It was a really good podcast.
But I don't know. I have a little, what is that? Like a bone to pick with a couple people. Yeah, because a lot of you guys were saying, or not you guys, but like a lot of people were saying when they watched the podcast, like they were upset and they couldn't watch all the way because we were laughing at the girl that Joelle was talking about.
Yeah, that's not what it was at all.
But if you watch the podcast entirely, you understand like we're laughing because, not at her, but because what's going on is like, how can someone do this to someone, and how can like this be a thing?
Yeah, like how is this something that's real? Like it just doesn't feel real. I just think that whole thing is so funny because like the situations are hilarious. Like they really are.
Like the garage door running under that?
Like running under, that's fucking funny.
You're telling me you're not laughing at that?
That was so funny, right? And it, like, I totally understand where people are coming from because like, you know, I think there's for sure that like that soft spot for like someone getting treated wrong, which I said that in the last podcast. I'm team girl, like forever, right? Like I get it. But the situations are funny and nobody's going to take that away from me. Like it is funny, dude. Like doing some like ninja shit under the garage and like ripping shit on FaceTime. I make fun of my own stories because like they are funny, right? The situation is fucked up and at the end of the day, it's not a good situation. But yeah, anyway, I didn't know we were going to address that. I don't care. Like people who get upset at that, you know, there's just certain things in life that they just happen. Like, how am I going to sit here being so upset at a situation that, yeah, I'm just going to not say the rest of that sentence.
It's not like we were listening to that, laughing, and then not telling him what to do and not telling him, like, that's wrong, because we were telling him it's wrong every time he was telling us, like, Joelle, why were you doing that? That's not correct. You should have done this or that. But people were just seeing, like, us laughing. But
the people who, like, said that, it's just like the same people who get like offended with every little thing on the internet. It's not even, we shouldn't even be addressing that, babe. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. That's just what comes with the podcast. Anyway, same with that podcast. Like we want to give Joelle's side of it because I feel like Joelle got so much heat on that podcast, and we want to give a little bit in his defense. And like, for the record, he's a piece of shit. Like Joelle, I am anti-Joelle, right? I will forever be. But that is just the way that he acts
online.
With girls, not online. Don't try to defend him like that.
Oh, because people were saying he was disrespectful.
He is to girls in relationships, but Joelle is the most respectful person in general, though. Like, that's the thing, though. Like,
but like cheating, disrespectful, not like stupid motherfucker, like that, right?
Well, I don't know how they speak to each other in that sense. I've never heard it, but I have heard her speak to him, and she was disrespectful to him. So I think there's that disrespect on both parts. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Well, because there was no respect anymore in their relationship, Jake. Like, how is there respect after that? After cheating, after lying? Like, I don't expect her to have respect towards him, and I don't expect him to have. Well, he doesn't, clearly, right? No, but he is such a respectful person in general. Like, since, like, the first day that I met Joelle. Like, Joelle will help a person off the streets before, you know, he's loyal to a girl. But no, he's very, very respectful, and he's always been. And honestly, like, you and your brothers are both really, really, you know, you guys are all good people.
Yeah, we were raised really correctly
with humans and interactions, right? And
like that.
And I think that Joelle, a lot of people were commenting and saying that it's a phase, and I do think it is a phase. I think that Joelle's going through a phase in life right now that I really do hope that he grows out of, and I'm sure he will. And you know what's so weird? We were actually analyzing this. Me and Jake were like, what went wrong? Because you were raised the same. You have the same DNA, not the same DNA. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like same parents, same household.
But why are we different?
And you guys are truly like 2 years apart. So you're very similar, but why are you so different? Genetics are crazy. Somebody actually commented that. She was like, my husband's like the best person ever, but like my brother-in-law, I think it was brother-in-law, right?
Yeah, no. It was my brother. My brother is bad and does like that stuff, but my husband isn't.
No. I think it was like
her own
siblings,
brother. No, it was her own brother.
No, because she was like genetics, I'm telling you. Like she had commented that. So it was like two,
it
family
had to have
members.
been genetics, okay.
Yeah, so I think genetics maybe are a thing.
I think so, because
I'm a
same thing with dogs. The dogs thing.
Yes, there's people who don't believe in genetics with dogs. I believe in genetics. I think that genetics have a huge role to play. And like, two dogs that are siblings are also not the same. You have qualities. Like me and my siblings are polar opposites.
I guess you could say the same thing about me and my sibling.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's for sure genetics. I do think that there's a little bit of like
similarities.
You left your household. I think is it at Joel's age right now? When did you leave?
Yeah, Joel's age right now.
You left,
at Joel's age in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I think you left before your parents gave you guys the freedom that Joel has. Because when you were there, your mom was strict. I remember she wouldn't let you go out with your friends all the time.
In the beginning, she was still taking my phone away when I was talking to Nat.
When you were talking to me, yeah, see? And I think Joel now, when you left, like things got less strict maybe. And so that was probably a shift. Because with my siblings too, like we were, I guess, no, but see, there's too much of an age gap. Me and Tito are 10 years apart. Me and Ellie are 5 years apart. So like, there's that huge age gap.
But I understand what you're saying, because as soon as I left, like I guess like the belt of being able to go out, or like the restriction of being able to go out it was lifted.
Yeah, it changed. So maybe that also had something to do. I don't know. But in general, like I think Joel will get it together. I know he will, because he genuinely is a really good person. And I think it's just like a phase right now that he's going through. I really hope it is, at least. But I don't know how do you change people like that. You think they grow out of it?
I do think they grow out of it, because it has to be a phase. It's not like someone's going to be, okay, I'm going to get into relationships and I'm only going to mess them up. I'm only going to cheat on them. I don't think people really do that, because if they...
Well, there is bachelors like who are fucking...
the bachelors...
Men that,
okay, Joel gives me the bachelor vibes, but like at a young age. Yeah, but bachelor vibes is different because you're a grown man and you're matured already. Joel hasn't matured.
Nah, he's only 18. Like, yeah. I mean, that is grown, but at the same time, he's still on the younger end compared to fucking...
Bachelors, yeah.
40, 50-year-old men still thinking that they're like 15, So I think there's for sure that I'm sure he'll grow out of it. A lot of people were also saying like he'll meet his match and then that'll change, which I do think that could happen as well. When you meet someone and then they'll teach you like.
Yeah, he's going to be in the opposite seat, because he's going to be like deep down for this girl, down bad, bro. Like, I'm in love with you. And then bam, she turns her back on him.
It'll be something, and we will keep you guys posted. But the video is almost at 200K views, right?
And once that podcast gets 200K views, we are going to be inviting him again and have a therapist. Bro needs to talk to someone, and we're not the therapist.
It's so crazy, though, because like if you see Joel and like don't think about it with him in a relationship, he's such a good person. He'll literally first person to always help with anything.
Yeah. So a little backstory: when I was like younger and I had to do chores, my dad made us like each assigned to something. So I was assigned like the backyard one day, and then Joel overheard like, "No, I only want you to do it, Jacob. You have to do the backyard." And then Joel overheard that and ended up helping me do the backyard too.
No, yeah, he's a really good person. Yeah. Yeah, he's for sure really good. It's just in relationships the man struggles a bit, but
a lot of people do, but Joel struggles a little more than others.
No, but you know what's so funny? The trend going on with Joel right now.
I was going to get into that, Natalie. I can't believe you girls, dude. You girls are down bad, too.
I commented on one, but I saw the rest. I'm like, I'm not even commenting. This is it was funny, though. We were laughing at it. It was funny.
Okay, so basically the girls are, like, posting a picture of them, and then the song's like, I don't know. Like,
what does it
I'm
say?
Down bad for you. Something like that. Like,
I'll be waiting for you, or I'll wait for your call.
Or when I call you. Something like that. And the next slide is a picture of Joel, and it's just like, bro.
It's so funny. It's always so funny, the same picture, too. Nelly's skin tip picture? The professional photos that
I think because that's Joel's best photo to date.
That he's posted on his...
Yeah.
Well, the other one is him on top of his scat with the freaking graduation cap or something.
Joel just graduated high school, actually, so he's... Bro's out of school now.
Yeah, he's officially... I know last podcast we were talking about like graduation and all that. Well, he's officially graduated. But go on Joel's repost on TikTok. You'll see all... Because he reposted all of them. Like, I'm fucking done with Joel.
Or just search up Joel Macias on TikTok and you'll follow.
It's so funny, though, that people... Like, the people who actually, like... saw the podcast and laughed at like, Joel just being an actual asshole. It's funny because they literally did that. And they were like, I'll change him in the comments. But obviously they're joking. But I just thought that shit was so funny.
Same thing with the TikTok trends. The girls are so funny. You guys have a funny sense of humor, dude.
I love their sense of humor. Yeah, it is for sure super, super funny. Yeah, that trend, I had to bring it up because it was funny.
And not Joel reposting them either, though. He's not doing any better, bro.
Nah, but it's so funny because I could totally see Joel reposting that. Or if you follow Gianna on Instagram, Gianna is Jacob's older sister.
And she gets all the behind the scenes of everything.
It's just so funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, moving on the still Joel and Jason subject, let's go to like the weekend. So that is the reason why we even spent the whole weekend with them, was because we were gonna end up leaving. So we wanted it was an early graduation gift because we weren't gonna be able to be at Joel's graduation since we left the day before his graduation. And I don't know, I wanted to do something big because I haven't done anything big for them in a while. So we're like, all right, let's take them out to a 2-day weekend stay at the Jathaly house and take them to the what's it called, the best amusement parks that we've ever been to. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons. Also, like, we're leaving, and I really wanted Jake. He said, "Fuck the box." Cool. I know looked like it was bugging.
That shit was annoying. I'd rather bend my back and get a massage later.
Yeah, I just felt like Jake wasn't gonna see his siblings for a while, and it'd be nice if they came over.
I'm not gonna be able to see my siblings for 2 months because I'm in Utah right now. And
no. Don't say the rest of that. Please don't say the rest of that sentence.
Got you.
We'll say it after. Well, you can't say that other part anyway. See, I saved you from editing this podcast.
Thank you.
No, but I really wanted him to, have that time with them, and also for his siblings. I feel like your siblings really miss you.
They did. I think they did because I felt like they missed me and they missed having our presence there because we haven't visited in a minute.
Yeah, and I think that they really, because we are the boring couple, right? We, compared to the life that they're used to living, we are very much the boring. We'll take you to Universal Studios sober, okay? We are very, very boring. But I don't know. I think we're cool.
Yeah, I think we're cool. They definitely had a good weekend, and we made them food. Oh, so you get a sneak peek. So what happened was I went to go pick them up, and Natalie went to go clean the house. Yeah. So when I picked them up, Nat was cleaning, and she has a video of her cleaning. That's her preparing for guests. I have a video of me picking up my brothers, and we did a sleepover. And then the next day it's going to be on Jathaly. So that's
today. So we're posting the vlog. So if you're watching this podcast right now, the Jathaly vlog is already up. So go watch it. So it all goes in order.
Yeah. So we took them to Raging Waters and we took them to Universal Studios. They had so much fun. It was the funniest thing because my younger brother, Jason, he didn't want to go on a lot of the rides. And every time we made him go on the rides, it went wrong for him.
I know.
I don't know. If you're watching this podcast before the video, it's going to be better for you because Jason was on the Jurassic Park ride. He didn't want to go on. He's like, dude, I don't want to go on it. I don't want to go on it. And I'm like, come on, let's just go. He's like, all right. We put him on the corner. And mind you, I never get wet on this ride. Every time I've rode this ride. You lied
to them, Jake.
How?
Because when we were looking at the thing fall, they were like, oh my gosh, you get so wet. And Jake's like, nah, you don't even get that wet. And I was like, babe, no, you do. If you go in the corners and in the front, you get wet.
I've been on the corners.
And he's like, no, you don't, guys. You'll be fine. And I was like, fuck, this guy's literally lying to them. And I was like, babe, they get wet, right? Because you can buy ponchos and stuff, to cover yourself. But Jake's like, nah, you don't even get that wet. Whatever.
And they sit us in the front row, the very first seat, and on the edge is Jason, on the other edge is me. I didn't get crazy wet. I got a good amount of wetness, but Jason, bro, let me tell you, he looked like he just got out of the shower with his clothes on.
I knew it, babe. I don't know why you don't listen to me. I knew because last time we got on, Jake, that's how wet we got.
Yeah, I don't know. I should have known better.
Yeah, you get soaked. And I knew, and this is literally the reason why I had told him, I was like, wear shorts, because I just knew that ride. But we ended up just buying him clothes anyway, because there was no way he was going to walk around like that. Dude, his shoes, you step in the water would ooze out.
Originally, the plan was to take him to Disneyland in Orlando, but we were just on a really tight timeline because of other stuff going behind the scenes. But we were supposed to take them to Disneyland in Orlando, and I had them pack their clothes into organizers that would fit.
Packing cubes?
Yeah, packing cubes that would fit in their suitcase luggage. And they come home with 20 bags, and I'm like, oh yeah, those are supposed to be for a different thing. And then I told them what happened, and they're like, it's okay. Yeah,
we were supposed to fly them out there, but we're actually doing it's just a whole thing because we couldn't go to Orlando because initially we were working with a partnership to go out there, but then that didn't, end up going through, and it's going to go later this year. So it just didn't line up, but I still wanted them to come over and for us to all have fun and stuff like that. And also I feel like this is going to sound really fucked up, but I see your brothers as I don't know, Like, I just want to like take them under my wing, you know, and like fix them up. I feel like I don't know. I just see them as like they could still be saved. And I want to, especially Joel, because Jason's not fucked up. But not that Joel is either, but I feel like I could still try to like save them. You know, they're not that far out yet.
We could touch into that subject or that topic. I don't know. I don't like seeing my little brother drink. And I know he does it because he thinks it's like cool and like it's a thing.
It's not that he drinks, babe, because like drinking is cool once in a while. It's not that. It's just...
He correlates drinking and having a good time.
Yeah, that correlation is the problem, right? Like you need to drink to have fun. And I totally understand why that's his correlation, though, because that's quite literally the only thing that's all he does, right? So that's just naturally what becomes your norm. So we got a lot of comments of that where it was like, you know, you guys should just really bring them over and stay a summer with them. Like, it would really be beneficial to them. And, you know, I think it's just like especially Joel, I feel like he's so young right now. He looks up to you so much that you're at that point where you could still, you know, change his mentality and fix things up. And
yeah, I think I'm the only one that like could tell him like if he puts his vape, like to put your if I tell him put your vape down, he'll put it down.
He threw it out the window because Jacob told him to.
Because I was like, you're not gonna come in my house with the vape, because I think me and Nat have really high standards of like being I'm not necessarily a good person, but having good habits, and I don't think smoking is a good habit for them to start off, especially if they don't have any smoking problems. To like, they're not using the vape to stop smoking weed. They're not using that. They're not doing that. My brother's smoking vape just to like smoke vape or have something in his mouth. And I'm like, just chew gum. And he's like, okay, I'll chew gum. But initially I told him, you're not going to enter my house if you have a vape. So we're driving and I'm like, all right, Joel, we're about to enter my house, throw out the vape. And he just throws his window down and throws his vape. And I'm like,
he literally threw it out.
Hey, I'm not complaining because he had a hard time. I think he said he's also told me that I'm not addicted, but as soon as he got home.
That's what everybody says, though.
As soon as he got home, he bought another vape.
Like back to his house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I think that's just, again, it's just what you're surrounded with. Like, that's all it is. I used to be like the number one advocate for like, because my mom would always tell me this, right? She'd always be like, whoever you surround yourself with is who you are. And be like, what the hell? Like, I'm allowed to have my own thoughts, my own mind, like allowed to do whatever I want. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that, no, like, the more you're around something, the more it sticks, right? Like, the more that becomes you. And I feel like for me, I want to be around people who have more money than me and have good jobs and have good habits and are used to like having a good mentality and thinking positive and, you know, that kind of stuff, because I feel like it really attracts to me. And I'm almost really motivated by it, you know, like, wow, like that person can wake up at freaking 5 a.m. Why can't I? It really motivates me. So if the good things stick, so do the bad things. I think I've linked that.
That's a really good link correlation.
Yeah,
that's like, so cool. I've never heard like if the good things stick, so do the bad things.
So do the bad things. And it does happen. And I feel like I caught myself getting linked to some bad things a few months back. And it was not good. And when Jake told me about it, like that's when I was like, shit, like he's right. Like I need to stop because this is not good for me. And I'm just going to throw away everything that I have because of what? Because some bad influence. Like this is not okay at all. And yeah, sure enough, as soon as like that stopped, I feel like my life is so much better.
And
like,
happier. You're happy.
Happier. Like my quality of life is better. I make so much more money now. Like all because I decided to make the decision to stop being around bad things. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it really does happen that way. And I know that a lot of people get upset when we say things like this, especially, because I posted this, I reposted this video of this girl who made a TikTok where she's like crying because she has cancer, right? She's crying and she's like, her hair is falling out and she's crying and she's like, is that like, put down that vape, like put down that alcohol, like put down that cigarette. She was basically talking about how like she wishes she had more time, like to go back in time and not make her family go through everything and make herself go through it, like how she's like in so much pain and she's also so sad or whatever. And so she makes this whole video and she's just crying and she's like, you have time, like you don't need to do this, you know? So I reposted it because I know a lot of people are addicted to bad things right now. And it's not just vaping or smoking, whatever, like it's a lot of things, or it's more hardcore things. People are very addicted to this stuff. Even drinking, drinking is really bad for you. It's really bad for your health, for your mental health too. Like when you drink, like the next morning, you regret your life. At least for me, like I regret my life.
And I'm sure that happens for a reason because it's not good for your body.
It's not good for your body, right? Like if you go eat a fatty dinner, right? The next morning, you're like, why did I do that, right? It's not good for you. It's really not good for you. So I reposted it, and so many people were like, wow, Nat, like, thank you so much for posting this. Like, my sign that I needed, like, whatever, right?
And it works on people. Like, sometimes it just takes like a hello. Like, let me open you up to this door and tell you this is wrong, okay? And then some people like actually take that.
Like that day that you had that conversation with me about how like that wasn't good, that just like was like the switch where I was like, damn.
Because I don't really give Nat advice because Nat's really smarter than me, but there's some aspects where I see her and she's like struggling in it, and I told her like straight up, like we had a conversation about what's going on, and as soon as she's seen my perspective and she's seen her past self, like it worked out perfectly because she saw the two and she like said, okay, I want to elevate myself, and then she threw out the bad thing.
And it's hard, but like you are worth it. Like the way that you are, like myself, like I value myself more to know that I can have better. You know, I don't need to be stuck in anything bad. Like I'm strong enough to put myself in better situations. Like I just know that. And once you have that flip of mentality, like your life truly changes. But there was like a few people that were like, you need to mind your business, right? And I'm like, girl, you addicted.
I was so annoyed because I was so annoyed when they would comment that, because truly we want our audience to have like the best life they can have and have the best peers to look up to. We don't want to be the people that are partying 24/7. You guys are watching us party. You guys are watching us drink, go do this and stuff.
And it's balanced, Jake.
Yeah, we do that. And you guys always are, or there's all, no, I always say you guys, because like there's a couple of people, right? But there's some people that are like, you guys do drink. Okay,
Yeah.
but are we drinking 24/7?
It's a balance. People don't understand balance. And I think that that's what it is. Like, but no, it's when you feel guilty, right? Because when you're guilty, what's the first thing you do, right?
You like project.
You get defensive. You get defensive. Because I do that. Till this day, when someone does something and they call me out, I get defensive. It's just a natural thing, right?
Yeah, because you don't like being wrong. You don't like being called out and attacked.
Yes. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a natural human thing to do. So when I post that and then you comment like, why the fuck do you care so much about people vaping? You need to mind your business. What does that tell me about you, right? You're clearly in a bad place in your life right now, and you can't stop, and you're upset that I'm calling you out about it.
And you know what's crazy about that? I just got like some like goosebumps. So whenever I see like I tell my faith about you, my faith to you guys a lot, and I think sometimes I see myself not like giving my all to my faith, correct? And I see stuff like videos on my For You page like Jesus this, Jesus that, but I skip them. I tend to skip them. And I think that's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But then at the same time, the video of like the Jesus thing, it's like, I just look at the page. It's a new account, and they probably make 1,000 accounts just to like, after they get so many followers, they delete the whole concept of the account and make random clip pages and stuff. But that's what I think. That's why like I always skip past the Jesus stuff. But like when I skip past like something faith related, I get so guilty. I'm like, damn.
Because you don't want to hear it because you know you're guilty. Yeah, it's that whole thing, dude. It's just... It's natural to get defensive, but I just want you guys to understand that we don't do it with bad intention, right? Like nobody in this world is perfect, okay? We are not perfect. We still have so many issues to deal with. I literally just told you guys I had a huge issue that I had to deal with, right? And so nobody's perfect, but just working towards getting better is just everything. And it's balance, right? I feel like we are not trying to preach to you guys to be perfect. It's not that, but it's finding that beautiful in between. And if that means that you need to get away from certain influences around you to get better, then that's what needs to be done. But if you're surrounded by the same group of people who you find yourself being in a low place in your life or doing bad things, if you are not working every single day to have a better life tomorrow, then something's wrong, right? There's something wrong there. Like I think one of the biggest eye-openers to drinking for me, so first of all, let me just put this out there. I did not actually get my first drunkenness till my 19th birthday. Was it my 19th when I had that pink dress?
Yeah, it was your 19th.
That was my first time getting drunk in my entire life.
Your 19th, I think. Well, yeah,
that was my 19th.
It was your 19th, yeah.
On my 18th birthday, I took 2 shots. 2 shots. You're the one who got drunk on my 18th birthday. I did not get drunk.
At 19, I got drunk on her 18th.
Yeah. You were 19 years old. I was 18, I took 2 shots, and that was it. And that was my first time actually really drinking. Like before that, I didn't, okay? And at that point, I feel like my parents knew that I was an adult enough to understand if I wanted to drink or not. I took those 2 shots, and that was it. And even then, I feel like my parents weren't too happy about it, but they didn't really say anything. My mom was just kind of like, because my mom doesn't drink. Mom does not drink alcohol at all. And so on my 19th birthday, I got my first drunkenness ever. Okay, that was my first time getting drunk. Ever. I was 19 years old. And it was so much fun, you know?
I think it's important to get drunk like once in a while.
It's important to have fun, right? Whatever that fun means to you, it's important to do things in life. And I feel like my parents were kind of like they were looking at me do it, and they were like keeping an eye on me, you know. And at this point, we already lived by ourselves and whatever, and they were keeping an eye on me. And I feel like my parents knew, like, she'll find out, because my parents are
because you're smart. You're not. I think you do have an addictive personality, but when the consequence hits you, you're like, okay, now I know this is not good for me.
Yeah, like you can kind of link things and figure things out, right? And so I feel like my parents were like, oh, she'll figure it out. I hope. With smoking, though, my parents have had zero tolerance ever. Which is fine because I don't smoke. But they have zero tolerance towards that because they know how addictive it is. And, I think addiction is also a genetic thing. Have you heard about that?
I have, yeah. I have heard of it.
I think that might be true as well, right? But with alcohol, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm getting addicted to this shit. I knew for a fact.
In my opinion, I think smoking is more of a gateway to do other things rather than drinking. Because if you're going to drink, okay, like say you have like some hardcore drug right there. If you drink, do you think you're going to take the drug? Or if you smoke this drug, you're going to do that?
Well, even if I was drunk, I wouldn't take anything. But I know that. But I don't know about other people. Also, I think the whole smoking thing, I think the biggest issue there is because it has so much addictive things in it. Because that's the thing, right? Like wine, right? All this stuff is not natural, but like it comes from fucking grapes, right? So it's like not natural, but I would say a little bit better than vape, right? This thing, somebody made this to be so rich because people get so addicted. Like, it's pretty genius, actually, because smart people like that are going to create something that people get so addicted to that they can't stop.
I doubt the owner of whoever makes these vapes.
I know. It's crazy, right? Because it's such a big organization that...
And they pay so much money to hide all the little hidden fees. Not hidden fees, all the little hidden things inside of their product to make more money.
Honestly, Jake, it's at a point where it doesn't even matter because people are so addicted and they can't stop. Like, it's a hard thing, and that's my biggest fear, and that's why I don't do it, because I don't know where that's going to take me. So, anyway, where I'm trying to go with all this is that I feel like you just have to figure out to put yourself in a better position, right? Because after my mom's birthday, right, so I got drunk on my 19th. For my 20th, we didn't get drunk.
You got a little drunk?
Did I get drunk?
Yeah.
We didn't even do a party.
Yeah, that's your surprise party. Oh, wait, never mind.
No, my 20th birthday, we went to Disneyland.
Oh,
I didn't get drunk.
Okay, you didn't get drunk on your third. You have to get drunk this birthday. I think I can count with
one hand how many times I've gotten drunk. Literally. And on my mom's birthday party that I got so drunk,
when you got drunk.
I couldn't work for a week. And that was like...
What the hell are you ordering from Amazon? Bro?
Oh, sorry. What did I get, actually? Oh, I know what this is. I'm going to make the Dubai chocolate. That's all the stuff for it.
Oh, the green one?
Yeah, the green one. Woo, there we go.
That one looks good. That green chocolate.
I know. I'm excited to make it. I'm so excited. Anyway, where were we at before the dogs interrupted us?
Your 19th birthday, you got drunk and you didn't work for a week. You learned
your lesson, whatever, and then I couldn't work for a week, and I was like, I don't want to ever be in a point in my life where I lose my job because I couldn't stop drinking.
Yeah, like with saying all this, I think even if bettering yourself includes like giving us a break, like taking a break from us, you watch us too much in any form or way. If like that's what happens with you,
yeah, if you're addicted to
just
YouTube,
let us go. We'll be back. We'll be here. I promise you. We'll be back whenever you're ready to come see us again. But bettering yourself is more important than watching us.
Yeah, and it's not us trying to nag at you. I really want to make that clear. It's like we're not trying to nag at you. I'm just trying to show you that there is other ways to live. There's so many other ways to live, and it doesn't have to be any kind of addictions. And there's healthy addictions that you could do. You could be addicted to like running, right? Like there's so many other things that you can put your mind into it. And we're not nagging you. And whenever you're ready to stop whatever the bad habit is, we'll be here.
We'll be right here.
We're not nagging. We're just trying to tell you,
Okay, let's transition to something else. Okay. So we had the weekend with my brothers. We went over what happened with Joel and all the trends going on. But let's talk about how we've been here in the new city.
Okay, so me and Jake a few podcasts ago.
We packed, what?
When did we tell them of this idea?
This was probably 3 or 4 podcasts ago when we told them, if you guys know the podcast, you guys know what's going on.
Yeah. If you followed us, and watched that podcast, we talked about, I think it's called like how van life changed us or something like that. I'm not sure what it was called.
And pretty much the main thing was we asked like the older audience members that have a house and like have settled down, do you regret not traveling?
Yeah.
And you guys said yes. You regretted it. Everybody did.
Everyone. Like maybe there was a few people who were like, no, like I think you should get the house. Mainly everyone was like, travel.
And that scared us because what if we were to settle down and we weren't able to travel? Yeah. We didn't want to take the wrong footsteps. Like right here, for example, we took your guys' guidance and we are traveled.
Yeah. We
have traveled.
We decided to
leave.
Yeah, we decided to leave. So we rented out our townhome back at home, sold everything we owned, Literally everything we owned. I like all of my Louis Vuitton bags. Everything I sold.
Natalie sold all her Louis Vuitton bags.
I have a few left, but I sold like at least 6.
I was so happy because I didn't think you could let go of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt I loved my bags, but I think I was in a phase.
Like buying bags just to buy them or what?
I feel like I was in a phase where like, you know, when you first get money, okay, because this is literally something we wanted to talk about. Remember money? Mm-hmm. Because I was in the phase where it's like, newly get money, never had money before, you get money and like you want nice things for yourself. And I'm still all for getting nice things for yourself, but I don't know, it's different now. I don't know, it's very different. Like I don't think I would just randomly walk into the Louis Vuitton store and buy a bag the way that I would do back then. You know, it has to be at least an occasion, my birthday, something, you know? And I felt like I needed to do it. I needed to detach myself from at least some of it. So yeah, we sold like half my bags. Dude, I had so many bags, and where was I going to put these bags?
Yeah, we couldn't take them over with us.
I can't bring my bags here, you know, so I just had to sell them. And I kept a few. My mom's using them for the time being. But yeah, I had to sell them. So we sold like half of that. We sold literally everything we owned.
Everything that we had in the garage from when we first moved in and we didn't install, we sold all of that stuff. We cleaned out the garage. The garage is completely clean. And now someone's there.
Someone's living there now. Oh, well, so we leased out our townhome furnished. So like couches, bed, nightstands, that kind of stuff, like everything stayed.
Yeah, a lot of people were confused. Like, why are they setting up a bed if they're moving out? It's because we had 2 offices. No one's going to like rent a townhouse that has freaking only 1 bedroom. They need another bedroom. So
we had to convert a guest bedroom. So then it was a 2-bed, 1 office, or like 3-bed, but you know.
They can make it an office.
They can make it an office.
Yeah,
but
or a bed, whatever.
It didn't end up going that way because it was just, you know, the 2 bedrooms worked for them. So that's why we furnished it a little bit more, and we just left it furnished and we left. So as of right now, we're just kind of like living with everything that we own in our truck. And
we packed up all of our belongings. Thankfully they fit in the back of my truck, and we did a 9-hour drive to Utah. Yeah,
we got a storage unit for whatever we couldn't bring, and that was it. We packed our entire life, our bikes and our dogs. And we left.
Now we're here. We're here in Salt Lake City, and I actually like it. I like it better than California a little bit because it's something new, and I think I'm addicted to California. And like if I'm in California, I'm comfortable. That's what it is.
That's why we left. Yeah.
And I think we force ourselves to leave and not get comfortable, so that way we have other things to do.
Yeah, I really like Salt Lake too. Well, okay, so the reason why we started in Utah was because Nelly has a soccer game, and they're going to be coming to Utah mid-June, and so if we didn't start here in Utah, we were not going to be present for Nelly's game because we'd be somewhere in the United States. We don't know where. We were just going to like roll some dice. But
no, we were going to throw a dart.
The darts, yeah.
And spin the globe.
Yeah, so we didn't know where we were going to be. So I was like, okay, Jake, let's just start in Utah so that we can see my family, you know, whenever they go, and we're there for Nelly in mid-June. So my family's coming, I think, in 2 weeks. They're going to be here in a week. Yeah, they're going to come. Nelly's going to have a soccer game. And then after that, we're just going to leave to a new state and then leave. We're just traveling for the summer. So we'll be back for my birthday, back, you know, over there.
We don't know where we'll be, though.
Yeah, we don't. Well, the lease for them will end by the time it's my birthday because it was a short-term lease furnished. So we might, I don't know what we're going to do because what I was telling Jake is like after my birthday, I don't know. The house is already set up for like tenants. So we could just.
Like, what were we going to do? Like, clean out the entire place and then just for us to come back and bring all of our stuff back?
Well, we don't really own anything anymore. But, yeah, why would we bring whatever we have back? It makes no sense. So, we might just, like, I don't know. We could.
I say we go to another state.
Yeah, we could just go to a different state. I don't know.
Because it still gives the vlogs the same vibe, just, like, with different scenarios and different sceneries.
And there's so many other states I want to visit, right? Like, I even want to go to Canada for a while.
Nat's been addicted to watching Heartland on Netflix, and I can't get her off the computer. She's vlogging, and then as soon as she turns the camera off, Heartland. She's cooking for the vlog, whatever. Heartland's in the background. I'm like, this girl. If you don't know Heartland, it's basically like a cowboy show based in Canada.
Yeah, it's my new The Saddle Club.
I exposed you too because I found something about you. She was looking at Airbnbs in Canada.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I know. It's because I want to go. No, but hear me out. If we don't go to Canada now, like as in between now to like October, we cannot go. I don't think I could last a summer in Canada.
Would you guys want to winter? Would you guys want to see us go to Canada? I think going to Canada would be so cool because we haven't gone. Oh, no, we have gone to Mexico. I was saying we haven't gone to our neighboring countries, but Canada is just a different level, bruh.
Well, we've never been, but I'm excited.
Like from what I see, we got to try Tim Hortons. That's their like fast food coffee place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like their Starbucks?
Yeah, that's like theirs. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is there even Starbucks in Canada? Is that a competitor?
Bro, they're everywhere, bro.
I know, Starbucks everywhere. I wonder if Tim Hortons like they're direct like Dutch Bros.
Yeah, but Tim Hortons does like little like raffles. Like you know how McDonald's does it once in a while on their cup. They have like a little sticker, and if you flip it, you get like free fries, free stuff.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Tim Hortons has that. Like they have little. If every cup has like a little gift.
How do you know so much?
Because Nelk. I used to watch Nelk Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would love to go to Canada for all. Imagine doing a winter in
a winter state.
A winter state. Dude, that would be like the ultimate find out if I'm built for it, you know? But I think like what I was telling Jake is if we ever decide to do, move to a state that has like hardcore winters, we would probably just do 50-50. Like summer over there, winter over here, which is actually super cool because of tax purposes.
I wonder, wait, how does taxes work on that? That's what I was going to ask. How do taxes work?
You set your
business?
You'd be like 6 months and 2 days in the state that has
cheaper?
No income tax. And then you're going to spend the 5 months in the state that has the highest income tax. And then you can get away with it.
That's what people like in Arizona and Texas do then?
Yeah, dude. Everyone who fucking owns houses in like Nevada.
See, that's
be for real.
That's who I want to surround myself with. People like that like know how to work around things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it for sure. I would totally have a second house in Washington.
Me too.
Hell yeah. But the thing is that Washington's so pricey. Dude, like the people who have houses in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, like, oh, you bitches.
I haven't seen
because
that.
Wyoming also has no income tax.
Is that like Park City here in Utah?
Like a variation of that. But Jackson Hole's like that's money. Like real, I'm not talking little YouTuber money. No, I'm talking money.
Not like a 5 to 10 million house in Beverly Hills. It's like
no, this is that in Jackson, dude. There's that guy that told us that they run the millionaires out of there.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So apparently the billionaires run the millionaires out of Park City, Utah.
No, not Park City, Jackson Hole.
Oh, Jackson Hole. Sorry. Oh yeah, it was Jackson Hole.
Yeah, it's so funny because when you speak to people from like, this is why I love this, like the traveling, because you meet so many people, and a guy who knows a guy, it's like gold, right? Like you can have all the money in the world, but you don't got connections, you don't got nothing. So we met somebody out here. This was like when we were doing van life, and they just told us so much stuff about just stuff, and we learned a lot because after he told us that, I did more research into it, and yeah, there's some real big people up there. What? Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
I promise you guys, one day we will be in Jackson Hole, whether it's an Airbnb or our future home.
Well, no, it's just literally just having a house somewhere where you can live half or more than half the year. IRS, okay, more than half the year, and then you just have your second home somewhere that's like pretty cool, like California.
I'm excited though. So right now we are in Salt Lake City, Utah. We've traveled a little bit and we haven't gone to the lakes. We haven't,
but we are. So like hopefully when my family comes, because they will be coming, when they come over, hopefully we could do more stuff because it's just us two here. It's so weird because we don't have any friends out here. Well, Jake's going to go meet up with a friend today, which is super cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to go golfing with someone right now.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
That's so much fun. I've been going to Pilates, so hopefully I meet a friend at Pilates.
Tell them about your Pilates story.
No, babe, that's going to sound cocky. I can't say
No,
that.
They were being mean to you.
Okay, so I went to Pilates and I was the youngest one there because, a lot of people always say like, oh, Pilates is just like stuck up, like bomb looking girls. And it's like, no, it's all old people. If you've been to Pilates, you know that it's mainly old people. Like in my Pilates studio back at home, it was like half the class was old people. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know why. Maybe it's because Pilates is recommended because it strengthens your entire body.
And it's less like force on your body.
Yeah, what's that called? Low impact?
Low impact.
Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, usually
it's
like
reps,
older people.
But
yeah, so I was the youngest girl at this new Pilates studio, and it was like on the older side of like white woman. And my hair is blonde, but you could I'm not white, okay? You could damn tell I'm not. Like the moment I talk, you know.
She has a little accent sometimes.
Yeah, so
I catch her up for it.
They could tell that. And I was the youngest girl there, right? I'm way younger, like at least 15 years younger than everybody there. At least. And so I was doing the workouts and like, they're all low-key stronger than me, you know? Like, I don't know. These ladies are strong. And I've always been the weakest at my Pilates class. Since always. Like, I don't know.
Unless I go with you.
Yeah, then you're the weaker one, yeah. And so I've always been kind of like the weakest. And like, there were certain revs where I was like, low-key sweating, you know? And they're all just doing it like it's nothing. I was like, damn, these fucking ladies. So I'm walking out, right? And you could just tell the energy, like, you know how like some old people just like look at younger people like a competition in a weird way?
Well, because remember, you forgot to mention that girl complimented your outfit.
Yeah, it's because, okay, well, to start, right, like I have a BBL and people can obviously tell that I have a BBL.
I don't think you could tell you have a BBL. I think it looks like you have a really big butt, but like Not a BBL.
Well, it was something in between the body. And so the girl was like, oh my gosh, like I love your outfit or whatever. And I was wearing like a bright neon yellow outfit. And my hair was curled and I looked really good. And so you could as they were like putting on their shoes, they were just like side-eyeing me. And like they're old ladies. Anyway, we walk out and I get in my range, bro.
They broke their necks.
They couldn't believe it because they probably were just like this dumb ass little girl. And it was like the best moment in my life because I'm like, yeah, I'm not just some little fucking brat. Like, go fuck yourself. It really made me mad because it's very much giving like because Pilates is really expensive. I feel like it was very much giving that like this is an exclusive like place. Like, what the fuck is this young ass little girl doing here, you know? And it was just very, very not good. But anyway, I got in my car and they were all just kind of, I was like, yeah, yeah.
You got your moment. You're like, okay, you see me now?
Yeah, I'm like, I got my moment because it made me so mad. Yeah, in the most humble way. But
these are the funniest moments and the cutest moments. Like Nat tells me about her day, and it's so funny, dude. And then later that day, we went to go play tennis.
Yeah, we went to go play tennis and
a true Utah moment.
It's true Utah moment. But no, you know what? I think so. We went to my mom was telling me that in Provo, which is like a lower place here in Utah, so like 40 minutes down from Salt Lake. She was saying that that's where like most Hispanic people are at. We should go there. I'm
down. Let's do it.
We should go there.
I need some food, bro. I'm tired of making this. All right, yesterday Nat bought some skirt steak from Whole Foods, or like 2 days ago. It was two seasons for me.
Yeah, it was a little lemony.
I was like, give me some tacos of salt and pepper and a little bit of lime, and I'm good.
Yeah, it was a little bit. Oh, but I love that Whole Foods. If you're in Utah, the Whole Foods in Park City is actually a dream. Like, I'll literally drive out there just to go into that Whole Foods. It's like the location. It's like in the middle of the mountain. It's so beautiful. It's so awesome. I don't know. I just love that place. And honestly, just like we're kind of. I don't know. It's just that Salt Lake City is very small. I think that's what it is. Very small, but everything's like a 5 to 15 minute drive.
It gives me vibes of like where we live, like outside of LA. Doesn't that?
No, but babe, if you're in LA, anywhere you're trying to get to in LA,
a different city,
fucking an hour drive, and even if it's down the street, like literally.
It could be 0.09 miles and it's a 20-minute drive.
Dude, it's the worst. No, but
better off walking.
Like, yeah, everything's kind of just like really close. Honestly, we go to like everywhere. So my favorite cafe, if you're in Utah, Beaumont Cafe, literally the best banana cookies in the entire world, and their coffee's real coffee. It tastes good. If you like sweet coffee, get it extra sweet because they don't really sweeten it because it's like real coffee.
Are you kidding me, Nat? You pick Beaumont over Roots?
Roots is good, but I like the aesthetic of Beaumont better, and I feel like the coffee tastes more coffee at Beaumont versus Roots is a little on the sweeter side. But I love Roots. Roots is really, really good. Roots horchata is so good.
I don't know. I feel like Roots has a little bit of Hispanic in them.
Nah, bullshit.
If you have horchata in there, bro, you're telling me they don't?
Horchata's rice milk, babe.
It's in Spanish.
Yeah, because imagine rice milk latte. They're going to get some laughs.
Nah,
I don't know. We're in Utah, so I don't know.
You put rice milk latte and you'll get some girls coming out of Pilates getting that.
You're right.
You're telling me
I love them for that, though. That's cool. No, rice milk latte, hey, that's slays. Yeah, because I feel like I always hear girls struggling to say horchata.
Because I didn't know you were supposed to not pronounce the H.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to know that. That's
same thing with the J.
Yeah, no.
Spanish is difficult.
No, I don't. Honestly, like when people pronounce things the wrong way, I don't blame them at all because I can't even pronounce them, and I speak English and I can't, pronounce English words right.
Yeah, if a word has more than like 4 syllables, I can't pronounce that word.
Yeah, call it a fucking day because I can't pronounce it. I'm not doing it at all. No, but Roots is really, really good too. I really like that place. I like the vibe in there.
Beaumont's breakfast croissant. Oh my, top tier.
Beaumont everything. We've had their oatmeal. Ooh,
their cookies. Dude.
Their cookies. The aesthetic. It's right by the mountains, and it's on like. I really like that side of Salt Lake. It's Mill Creek.
Mill Creek, yeah, Mill Creek is really nice.
It's such a nice place. We went to go play some tennis out there. It was so much fun. I really like that area of Salt Lake. It's very beautiful.
The shift of lighting that you guys can tell by watching the video is so cool.
Yeah, we've been getting lots of clouds lately, I think. It's been really hot, but lots of clouds. Also, another thing I've noticed is like houses don't really have pools out here.
Because I think they have the lakes like 30 minutes away from them.
Or maybe it's because it gets really cold and it's probably really hard to manage pools out here. Right?
Probably.
I don't fucking know.
To be honest, if it gets really cold and I don't have a pool, just put a heater in there.
In the pool?
Yeah, make sure it's a heated pool.
I don't think it's like cold enough to where the pool freezes.
Oh, then never
That's
mind.
like Antarctica type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that cold.
That's Canada stuff, I think, to be honest.
Dude, did you know Canada was like hella cold?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, me either. Up until I watched Heartland. And then
I did. How do you not know Canada's not cold? I mean, Canada's cold.
That's mean. Why did you just do that?
I wanted to like have some sentiment towards you.
That's me. That's not sentiment. That's bullying.
It's empathy.
Empathy? You just made fun of me. You made fun of me in front of them.
I'm sorry.
Dude, because it also makes sense. Do you know if there's like snow in South America? Is there snow down there?
I think it's like a rainforest down there though.
Yeah, so there really isn't, right?
Maybe.
Canada gets hella snow. Makes sense.
Well, it's because it's going down. It's like closer to the equator.
Is that why Australia's hella fucking hot?
Mm-hmm. Because it's next to the equator.
Yeah. So once you start to figure out how the way the globe works, your life gets so much better. Because did you know that Brazil? Now hear me out.
What?
Brazil is also hella hot.
Yes, it's humid over there.
How do you know? I only found out because of my esthetician. She's Brazilian. She was like, yeah, like, so their winters are also flipped, like Australia. Mm-hmm. You know how they have like Christmas and a barbecue outside?
Okay, yeah, Christmas is like summer for them.
So it's flipped in Brazil too. Brazil's flipped and it's hella hot in Brazil and stuff like that. Well, because doesn't Brazil have like the biggest rainforest?
Brazil's also beachy. I think it's next to the coast. It's on the coast, Brazil.
Yeah, by the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I knew that. The more you know. But Canada's hella cold.
Yeah.
Well, because it's right next to Africa. Not Africa. Alaska.
I can't believe that. So we looked at
Why do we own Alaska?
We don't. Oh, to be honest, don't get me into the government stuff because I have no clue. Why does America own Alaska?
It's right next to Canada. Did you know that?
And Russia.
So weird.
I think.
So weird. So how do you even get to Alaska? You have to cross Canada?
By ship, yeah. Or by plane, or yeah, cross. I don't know, to be honest.
Can you cross Canada to get into Alaska? Because I've always wanted to drive to Alaska.
You want me to pull up a globe for you right here? Okay. I can tell you.
Continue, and I'm done with geography class.
For my brain, I don't know.
I'm done with geography class. Anyway, we've been loving Salt Lake. What's your favorite part so far?
My favorite part so far of Salt Lake City is the weather. It's hot.
I think we were just very much sick of California's fucking cloudy, what is it, May gray? We left when all the May gray was there, bro. We didn't see sun for like a week, and I was just...
But California does get hot, but like the clouds are passing by. I feel good. Like it gives me a little bit of shade here and there.
Yeah, I think we were just really craving summer, and we did not get summer at all. We really want to go to Bear Lake, which is supposed to be like a really nice lake out here, but we're just trying to figure out. It's just hard because it's just me and Jake. So
we don't have friends.
Just me and you, pal.
If you watch the podcast and you have a boat and you live in Utah, let us know. We'll definitely come on a ride with you.
Yes, we will, because we have nothing else to do.
Nothing to do.
No, but this is great, Jake, that it's just us, because it's like us figuring it out. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think that that's important, because at the end of the day, it's just me.
Because back in California, we had everything figured out, what we wanted to do. If we wanted to plan something, here we had to plan
we were
together.
Comfortable.
We were comfortable.
Yeah, we were comfortable. Yeah. And being uncomfortable makes you grow.
I agree. That's why people go to other schools for college, like other countries and other states for college.
Yeah, to be alone and learn and grow new families. Not new families.
Damn.
New friends, like new connections. It's very good, actually. Very, very good. So, but it kind of feels really weird that we don't really own anywhere.
If you want to be our friend, you live in Utah, Salt Lake City area, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We actually had swig, and I really liked it because last time we came and we had swig, it was okay, but I actually really liked the swig this time. It was like a dragon fruit drink, and it was so good. And so I'm true Utanian now.
You're making me crave that now. When I leave, I'm gonna get some swig.
Ooh, me too. That was so good.
Oh, can't believe that, man.
It was a very good drink. Anyway, moving on. Do you want to talk about money?
Let's talk about money. So earlier we were talking about like her and her Louis Vuitton bags. She just got money. She bought bags. Okay, let's talk about money now.
No, because we're going to speak about that because Nellie's in the process of getting a car soon. Oh, I don't know if she wanted me to say that. Well, she's going to get a car within this year because she needs a car, right? And we just, as we were driving, we were speaking about the whole like money topic and stuff like that. And we just want to give you guys our best piece of advice when it comes to that. And we are not financial advisors.
This is not financial information. So
it is not financial advice. It's, it's not anything like that. But I think that a huge issue right now is that on the internet, there is so much, what is it called when you like, show something, but you can't even afford it?
Oh, that's like faking it till you make it.
Yeah, that kind of energy, right? And there's a lot about on the internet, right? And for me, at least for me, like when I see something like that, it's not that I'm pocket watching. It's not that at all. But like you can tell when someone can't afford something just because I know the way that the internet works because of like views and stuff like that. So I kind of have an idea of how much you're making.
And I'm not sure why humans have this like thing ingrained in their brain that they want to buy something flashy to impress others.
Yeah.
And it's taking up all their time and money from work just to afford that thing.
To be flashy, right? And like, it's very much, I think, when you first get money. I think that's because you know how they say that people who are actually rich look the most broke, right? And it's not just like Adam Sandler, right? Because I think he's just a simple guy, period. But I think that there is people who just have a lot of money who will wear really expensive but like low-key stuff, right? They're not plastered with Gucci outfits.
I think there's a Ralph Lauren, I don't know, it's a certain a certain line of Ralph Lauren that costs significantly more, but it looks the same.
Or even that, Ralph Lauren, like that's really expensive. Not the secret line. Like the clothes itself, babe, like that brand is really, really expensive. Like shirts are really expensive, right? And there's like probably rich people that could be wearing Gucci every single day who wear, more low-key stuff.
And it's tacky when I see people wearing Gucci or wearing like a Louis Vuitton dress.
It just gives...
Like with the prints and everything, I'm like, ew.
No, it just gives, I just got money. That's what it is. No, but I feel like people see this stuff on the internet and they're like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why am I not succeeding? Why am I not having these things? Especially like as content creators, like if you're making content and you see other creators have all of these things, like don't always compare yourself because it is not
always
the way it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not always the way it is. So many people live paycheck to paycheck. Like so many people who are not ready to get certain things, but it's almost because you want to fit in and you want to, be the part. And I feel like you get yourself into bad situations. So don't try to compare yourself to anybody on the internet because nobody is as rich as they seem. There was this girl who made a TikTok who was like, people are hella rich on Instagram till you meet up with them in person. And it's true. It's so true because that's just the way it is. People have so much money on the internet. So don't ever compare yourself to it. Like, stick to that old car, okay?
Until it breaks down.
Till it breaks down. Stick to those lower payments. Like something that I was, we were speaking to Jake about was like, for example, cars. Like when I had like my first 2 cars or whatever, I was making so much more money. Like I could have afforded my really nice bougie Range and Mercedes like a lot of years ago, right? But I was so scared of doing it, and I'm so grateful that imagine how much money I would have lost if I would have done that.
A lot
of money. So you don't need that brand car. Don't do it up until you're making so much money where you don't even see that car payment leave your freaking bank account. Like don't do it till you don't. If that money can come out of your account and you don't see it, that's when you're ready for your bougie car. But don't do it before that. It's not worth it. It's not worth having a nice car for everybody to see. It's not worth it. Don't get yourself in a financial, hole.
That's what I admire about her because Natalie could buy a G-Wagon right now, but she doesn't want to buy it because she doesn't want to see a dent.
Fuck no. Dude, I cannot afford a G-Wagon.
A G-Wagon is so expensive.
I cannot, and it's my dream, but I can't afford it. And I'm not going to do it to myself. Like, I know that I can't.
And there's many people out there that have a G-Wagon that you're in a better situation than them, and they still have.
But it's so sad because I feel like a lot of people are stuck, and that's what I don't want you guys to do. Don't get yourself stuck. Don't do it. Not to flaunt to people, And even I'm not even talking about whatever's relative to your situation, right? Like,
don't get the 2024 car. You can get the 2012, 2010, older.
Even if that means like a little Civic, that could be like a luxury car to a lot of people's income. So don't even when I say don't get that nice car, doesn't mean the Mercedes, the BMW, the Range, the whatever. No, it's even means
relative to your situation.
Make sure that payment is so much lower. I feel like I'm mainly speaking to people who are just starting to get money right now, like who are finally starting to like.
You get your first job, you have your own money now.
Yeah.
Like I think it's super important to save that money or invest it. And I know it's super hard investing when you're young, and it's like. You don't have enough money to invest into something crazy to get a profit, but
it will make the difference.
You're better off saving a lot of your money and maybe getting something that will help you in the future.
Yeah.
And by like getting something, bettering your future means not getting that expensive car because that's going to mess up your future.
Yeah. Don't compare yourself to people online. That's the worst. It's literally the worst thing that you could ever do because I promise you these people don't even have the money to do that. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need any of these nice things that people are posting because again, half the time they can't even afford it. So be careful what situations you get yourself in. You don't want to be in a hole, in a financial hole. It's the worst. You don't want to be in that.
I was playing Fortnite with one of my subscribers actually, like a while, probably like 6 months ago to a year ago. And he was telling me like, oh, he's about to get a new car. I'm like, oh, cool. What car are you going to get? And I'm thinking like something like just a daily, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get a Mustang. I think it was like a 2020 Mustang. I'm like, is it used already? And like, how many miles? And he was telling me like, it's a pretty used car. It had like 50 or 60,000 miles on it already. And then he's like, I was like, how much is the car? I think he told me like 12,000. And I was like, how much do you have? And he was like, right now I have 7,000, but my sister's going to co-sign for me. And I'm like, dude. And I told him not to get the car. I told him not to get it. And he ended up getting it. I seen on the store, he got it. And I was like, I wish I could have told him even more just to not get it, because like truly you can't afford a car. You can afford the payment. You can't afford the car. And I don't even know if you can afford the payment. You can make the payments, but you can't afford the car.
It really breaks my heart to see situations like that, because a lot of the time, like, people get into them just because they want to look a certain way, and it breaks my heart so much. And I feel like that's why I really speak to Nelly about this, and I'm like, Nelly, really go really under your budget, like super, whatever you want your payment to be, you know, try to go lower. And I know you're not going to look cool or whatever, but try to go lower. And obviously for Nelly, it's relative, right? Whatever your income is, go super low to that. Now that might, for some people, that's different cars for everybody, right? It's very different, right? So whatever you see Nelly pop out in, that might not be your income of like a lower payment, right? I'm just speaking whatever's relative to your situation. Do that. Don't get yourself in a hole. It's super important that you don't do that to yourself. I was going to mention something. I forgot what it was. I literally was.
Was it correlated to money?
It was. Aspect? I was going to say right before you said that, but I don't know.
Sorry.
I lost it. No,
sorry.
you're good. I was trying to piece together. I was going to say something about investing. That's what I was going to bring up. So again, let this be your motivation. So back when I was like, so I think I've spoke about this before. So I basically didn't take my money out of YouTube so I started making money on my channel I started making money on my channel 2019. I started making money 2019, and I didn't take my money out till 2021. When did I turn 18?
2021.
So 2021. So I was saving up all of my YouTube AdSense from 2019 to 2021. How many years is that? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay, so imagine saving your paycheck for 2 years, right? Not 1 cent gets out. All of your paycheck is saved up. All of it. And so I think I started making really big money 2020, like big bucks, right? I didn't touch any of it. Like I did not touch 1 cent of it at all. All saved up, mainly because I couldn't. I wasn't 18, so I couldn't pull the money out. So I didn't touch it at all, bro, like at all. So when I ended up pulling that money out when I was 18, and I invested a huge chunk of it, like a huge chunk of it.
And I'm so happy you did.
It's crazy because I hadn't checked that money that I had invested, but I don't know why I just like randomly, was it the other day that I checked it?
I think like within the past week.
I just checked it. Dude, and it made me like almost double what I had put in there. Which
More than double.
Crazy, which is literally crazy, babe, because it's only literally been like 3 years. I think I put it in like at the beginning of 2022. So like it's only been like 2 years that I put that money in. And it's crazy because it literally doubled, and I would have never thought of it. Like, and mainly because I put it in at a time where the economy was low and now it's higher or whatever. Like there was a lot to do with, a lot of factors that had to do with that.
But it's the fact that you even took that, I guess, risk.
Dude,
to do
it's so crazy because now, guys, it's literally doubled in a short period of time. And I just kind of put it away, not even thinking anything of it. I did hire people for this. So it wasn't like I was doing it on my own. I literally hired people for this and I put it in. I just never thought about it again. And now it's literally double. And I'm so excited to see where that's going to be in 5 years, 10 years from now, because it's money that I completely don't count with. Like I put it away when I got my giant paycheck, and I was like, I need to put this away. Like I just have to. And then with my other paycheck, I bought the house that I ended up selling, and then made hella money on.
I really wish you guys could have seen. I said every time we bring up that house.
Stop, because I cry if I think about that. I lost that footage in Mexico. My memory card shattered when I was trying to edit at midnight. I was so tired and I fell asleep. My freaking thing fell. Bitches, I was so mad. And
I'm so disappointed, dude.
I know, me too. But if only I would have known about hard drives back then. There's just so much. You live and you learn. That'll never happen to me again.
Knock on my head.
I hope that never happens to me again. But, hopefully it just never does, and I don't lose my footage ever in my entire life. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of inspo that even if it's $1 that you invest, it'll be $2 in a few, in some time. So put any money that you have, invest it. And I know it's not possible for everyone. So again, whatever is relative to you. I feel like people are always take information like this and they twist it and they make it negative. Like, well, you guys are lucky you have money to invest. It's like, it's not about that. When your time comes,
make sure you do the right decision.
Please, I'm just trying to tell you what I did. There's no reason to go negative about this. It's just good things that we're trying to tell you. But people always like twist things. It's very odd.
It's the internet. Everything gets twisted.
Yeah, all the time. But I'm just saying, like, whatever's relative to your situation, try to make smart decisions. I don't want to see you guys in a hole anytime. Anyway. Yeah,
that's going to wrap up today's podcast. Sorry for the stuttering. I haven't had a Red Bull, and I've been distancing myself from them. And so can you guys.
Addiction.
Just distance yourself from your vapes. Distance yourself from everything you're addicted to, if you can. And, yeah, that's why I was stuttering. So thank you, co-host, for carrying this episode. I really appreciate it. I have to leave right now. Nat's going to finish up the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that'll be it.
Thank
I'm
you
going
so
to
much.
watch Heartland.
Thank you so much for watching this podcast, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.